Hey guys, in this video we're going to take a look at two of the newer features within the Brizy Pro beta roadmap, and those two features are the pop-up builder as well as the new integrations with 12 different email autoresponders like Mailchimp, Mailerlite, and others. So in this video what we're going to do is we're going to build a very basic email opt-in funnel. We're going to show you the pop-up feature by turning this little more info button into a pop-up, which they can then put into their email autoresponder by doing a quick subscribe and then sending the visitor to a thank you page. Okay. Hey guys, I'm John from incomemesh.com. My goal online is to help you find the perfect tool for your next project, and Brizy is one that I am very interested in. I'm watching it very closely. I don't know if it's fully there yet. The big feature I was holding out on before I used it for client websites or even for my own projects was to have that email autoresponder feature baked into the platform. At this point, that has been accomplished, and in this video, we're going to take a first look at it together and see if it will work for you and if it will work for me. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and edit this page with Brizy. I imported this template using Astra with a very nice, easy one-click import feature. And so here we go. This is the Brizy interface. I love it. It's so clean, so easy to work with. So what we want to do here is turn this button into a pop-up. And like Elementor has recently released their pop-up feature, but they require you to go into a different interface, a different template area. This is a little bit different how they've decided to handle it. I don't know which one's better or worse, but here we go. So here instead of adding a link to it, you click on the little link and you have three options. You can either anchor it to a section on the page, so you can see here all the little thumbnails. This is actually a recent addition as well, where you can actually see the visual thumbnail of the anchor link. Or you can go to a URL, obviously just anything you want to send it to. But here's the third option here, which is pop-up. So here you can insert a pop-up by clicking the plus button, and it will open up all of the templates they have pre-built for you. Looks very similar to Elementor, right? So you can either pick one here. Let's go ahead and start from this guy here, Hey Stranger. And it'll add it in automatically, and you can click on it one more time, and now boom, you get the exact experience like you would expect to see if you were using this on the live website. Okay, so let's make some quick adjustments here just to see how the editing experience is. So we'll say you want more. Sign up below to get instant access to a live training, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. Okay, so very easy to add content. If I wanted to add, for example, let's just say we want to add an icon box as well to see what they're going to get. You can quickly add an icon box. You can see kind of the curvature of this circle getting a little bit funny here. We can see if we can adjust that together. Let's just say ready to launch. And we can right click. They have right clicking functionality, which is great. And here we go. So this is our opt-in form. We have already brought in the form element, but we can also remove this guy and go into the form section here and very easily drag and drop this form element in. And like Elementor, this is going to be a multi-purpose form. You can either use it as a contact form element where it just sends you an email, or you can now link it up with your autoresponder. So let's get rid of this field here. We don't need to have them select issues. We don't need them to put in paragraph content. We just want their email address in this scenario. You can very easily change the placeholder text by, let's just call it your best email. Kind of a marketing tip. I've heard that this can actually convert better by reminding them, hey, don't put your spam email in, put your best email in. So in case you guys need some help with that as well. And then here, so we'll just say submit and go. So very easy to change the information here, the button, the styling. We'll go to colors and just change these colors a little bit. Let's make it, since we have that yellow background, let's make the background here white and the text blue. And then when they hover over it, let's go to the hover setting. Now let's kind of invert that so the background is blue and the text is white. So let's just see how that looks. Let's try that one more time. All right. So that looks, oh, there it goes. It looks good. Okay. So now if we click off it, you kind of see we got that inverting hover effect. I like it. We can also add a border to it just for S's and G's. Let's go to the border here and add a blue border as well. Now I like this button, makes me happy. We'll go with it. So now to integrate this with your email autoresponder, again, you don't need to go to any other settings. You don't need to go back to the WordPress dashboard. All you have to do is hit the little plug. I think that's a plug. And you have all the applications that integrate in with this. So for example, we can click on WordPress, and that will use the WordPress emailer to send an email. Or you can go to Mailchimp, for example. And I've already set up Mailchimp to be integrated with my kind of test account, if I'm being honest. If you wanted to, let's just show you how if you wanted to integrate a brand new responder. For example, if you use Mailerlite, which I think is a great platform for beginners, you can just put your API key in right there, hit connect, and you're good to go. Very easy process to set up a new autoresponder. But here, let's go ahead and go to our Mailchimp integration. We'll continue. It's pulling all the fields in, it's doing all the API talk, and then we can go ahead and add them to, let's just say, this list here. And you can also, right here from this interface, decide if you want them to do an email confirmation or not in order to join that list. Here we'll say not required for now, but that's a really cool feature to have that's really controlled on a form by form basis. Normally with those email autoresponders, you have to set up like kind of a one-time only, like where you go into the settings of the autoresponder and says, hey, if I'm being connected by an API from something in WordPress, do you want them to do an email confirmation or not? Yes or no, and it's kind of all or none. Here you can do it every time you invoke this form field, which is fantastic. Okay, so then the last step is to link everything up. So I put in your best email as that field name, and then in Mailchimp we want to link that to their email address. What's kind of cool here is let's do something a bit more fancy. So let's hit continue, and okay, we're done here. So what if I did want them to have like a little drop down guy here? So I want to add a field in here, and this was one that I was trying to figure out earlier, and Brizy is one of those where it's very intuitive until it's not. So I'm going to duplicate this field, and that duplicated the entire form. Oy, I shouldn't be doing this live. I should have already figured this out. I'm not entirely sure how to add an additional button or an additional field. Okay, I'm going to give up on this for right now. What I wanted to do was show you this. Let me show you this, at least what I do know how to do. Once you have selected everything, okay, we're all good to go. Let's go back to the fields. Okay, so if I had, let's say, a drop-down field where I want to ask them if they're a beginner or an advanced person, I can actually have it auto-generate a field inside of Mailchimp or my autoresponder. So it's kind of like a custom field. And that's kind of great because normally if you wanted to do that type of a segmentation or at least get that additional information about your users, you'd have to go back into your email autoresponder tool, create the custom field, come back into WordPress, kind of refresh something, get the fields to sync up again, and then you can link them. Here, if you want to learn something more about your readers, you can just auto-generate a field, and then that content will be integrated in with your autoresponder. Very well done, Brizy. Okay, so we have our form here. So are we done yet? Not really, because here they can connect. We can collect their information, but we're not sending them anywhere. So you actually do need to go into the button settings, go to the link here, and now this is going to give you the ability to put a success message. So we'll call this success. Yes. And if it's an error, we'll say oh boo. And on redirect, you can have them go to a redirect page. So I have created this page here. Let's we're on the preview, so let's just go ahead and show you the page I created very quickly. So it's just a very simple thank you page. It's going to tell them the obvious information. Go to your email, click the link and enjoy, and then also put in some social buttons here. So we'll take this URL, and in here, what I want to do is see if I type in thank you, will it search for that page? Doesn't look like it. That's one thing that I do like about some builders. You don't have to remember all the URLs or grab them. You can just put them in, but it looks like this one's not there yet. And we'll just center this We'll center this button here. Okay, looking pretty good. So we'll hit update. And now let's get out of here and just do one little look over. I think we're good to go. Let's exit here and actually view the page for real. What I'll do is I'll just get rid of that section, and now we should be on the live website here. So we've built out a pop-up. This is a good looking page, very nicely done by Astra and the team there. So we'll click on more info, and boom, we have our pop-up has been launched. It looks very good. We have the ability to click off of it, off of the, in the light box area, and remove it. We can click on the X up here and remove it. And we can also go ahead and let's just put in an email address here. And we'll submit this. And it says success, yes. And the redirect happens there. So what I can say is my shoulders don't hurt. You know, I'm not like stressed out having worked through this. Sometimes if you're using different platforms, you're constantly bouncing between one interface and the other interface, making it work just right. Sometimes your styling doesn't look quite right because the color scheme in your email autoresponder or your email capture opt-in form plugin doesn't quite match the color scheme on your website. With Brizy, it will, because everything here is set up using the same global color schemes within Brizy. So does that mean that I'm recommending this as the perfect page builder, the perfect opt-in form capture tool? Not necessarily, at least not yet. I think that the future is bright for Brizy if they continue to develop quickly. I think features like this are fantastic. It may not have the most options of anything on the market, but what they're doing very sleekly, very seamlessly, and in a way that you can enjoy working with it. I think that's huge if you want to make a business out of doing web design, where you're churning out a lot of websites in a very short period of time. You want to have fun doing it, right? Like, this is our livelihood, this is our life. We want to enjoy what we're doing. And I think that Brizy is doing a good job of really taking care of the developers as much as they're taking care of the end user of the website. So I applaud them for doing that. I do think they have a tall task ahead to not only keep up with the competition, but start to exceed the competition's rate of development. You know, Elementor, Thrive Architect, even Divi, you know, all these page builders are feeling the heat of Gutenberg, and they're developing quickly as a response to it. You know, Brizy is having to catch up to where, you know, years of development. So it's going to be an interesting thing. What I can tell you is that Brizy still has their lifetime deal on their website. If you go to incomemesh.com/Brizy, you can get in on the lifetime deal. I think it's currently at $300. Let's go ahead and take a look real quick. And that's $300 for lifetime access to unlimited licenses. So we click here on Pro. Just move myself out of the way. You scroll down to the bottom here. Yeah, $300 for pay once, no recurring fees. I'm a junkie for lifetime deals. I know it's my bad habit. I really like when a good looking product has a good potential, a good future. I see it as a little bit of a gamble because, you know, if it doesn't work out, you've already paid for it for life. But right now, you have the ability to purchase this now. And I'd appreciate you using my affiliate link, incomemesh.com/Brizy. And the features that are here are already looking great. The features that are not here yet are things like split testing and their white label functionality, which would be awesome if you're an agency owner. But even though you're purchasing it, you still have a 30-day refund policy. If you purchase it now, they haven't officially launched the Pro version yet. And once they officially announce the launch of Pro, you still have 30 days beyond that of a money-back guarantee. So here you go. That's kind of said very succinctly there. So I would recommend you check it out. It's definitely a worthwhile look to have the potential of having a very seamless, easy to use page builder for your client services. Some little things they're doing that I think are going to be awesome for client builds is the ability to integrate in directly with Unsplash and bring in these awesome premium designs into your build, and to be able to just kind of have a good time building websites and you know, making it look nice. So again, I'm John from incomemesh.com. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. If you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button, the like button, and check out some of my other recent videos, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.